American men are stuck in what's been dubbed a friendship recession, with 20% of single men now saying they don't have any close friends. And more than half of all men report feeling unsatisfied with the size of their friend groups. I recently traveled to Phoenix to take a closer look at the implications of male loneliness and how some men are confronting it.
Is it a lot of guys, and I want to check into the chat before we deep dive into this a little bit. Is it a lot of guys that you would consider yourself lonely? And I know that there are some. Yeah, you can keep it real with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that everybody has a right to feel however they feel based off of their circumstances. Do you have male loneliness? Do you feel like you need more male friends? Do you feel like you need more male friends? That's what I'm trying to understand. Is it a lot of guys out here that feel more lonely or more isolated because they don't have as many male friends as they would like? That's a question that I want to keep to y'all.
A great way to start off 2024, just another meetup.
On a recent night in Phoenix, a group of men gathered on a rooftop bar to talk about their goals for the new year.
I am training for a half marathon. My first one ever.
Spend more time with family. I have my grandparents, like my grandfather, and he'll be 91 this year.
Wow.
Make moments like this where I can sit and talk and, look for mentorship.
Can I be honest with y'all? Yo, if I was sitting around a campfire and I was having, and again, look, don't listen to me when it comes to this topic, because I may be a little bit of an anomaly, and I also understand that I have a different mentality than everybody else. So don't listen to me, okay? But for me personally, I'm not interested in sitting around a campfire with a bunch of guys and talking. I'm just going to be honest with you. Honest to God, hope to own everything. I don't even want to, look, I think that dudes is cool, but I think it's more cool when we have a bunch of women around us. Or I would prefer to have women around a campfire. If you asking me, Anton, hey, listen, would you rather have a bunch of guys around a campfire so y'all can bond, or y'all can go watch the game together? Or you rather have, a bunch of baddies around you and we all on the couch having, it don't even have to be baddies. It could just be a bunch of women and we all just kicking it and having a good time and talking about relationships or whatever. I would prefer to have the women. Honest to God, that is everything. I don't have guys that just be coming through the studio. It's always going to be a woman. It's always going to be a woman. And I don't know if it's something wrong with me, if my mind is wrong, but I don't have a friendship recession. I like being by myself. I like traveling alone. And don't get me wrong, I like traveling with other people and with women and stuff too. And if I got to travel, I'd rather have women around me, right? And I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know if I'm just the Black Panther with the door on my head, whatever the fuck them girls is that was surrounding him, the women army. But I just rather have a bunch of women around me, bro. It's just more fun. It's better energy. They laugh. They touch your shoulder and all of that stuff. They give you inspiration. I can be alone, but that don't mean that I'm lonely. I can be alone, but that don't mean that I'm lonely. That's my thing. And so I can't relate. I'm trying to understand it. I still don't understand why guys join fraternities, because then that means that at some point in your life, you got to spend a bunch of time around a bunch of guys. I don't want to learn no dancing routines with you, my nigga. I don't want to learn no stomp routines. I'm not interested in trying to understand your rituals. I don't want to understand the history of your organization. I want to plant my own flag, build my own movement, and I want to have a bunch of feminine energy around me. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is inspiration. Ain't nothing like a sweet smelling woman. I love women that smell good. I love women when they put their lip gloss on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing like a sweet smelling, clean, breath, teeth, white woman around you. I got off the elevator the other day, and so these people, this other company that's in my building, is mostly a company that's made up of women, right? And they was on the second floor, and so they moved up to my floor, and they actually took over the suite. They got the best view. I was trying to get it, but they wound up getting first dibs on it. And I was getting out the elevator, and when I got out the elevator, I ran into a new girl, and she was like, "Oh my God, oh, I heard about you." And so I had already knew some of the other women that was a part of the thing. So they brought me in, and they took me through a tour. They redesigned the office that they moved into, and it was a bunch of. I just felt at home. I just felt at home. I felt beautiful. And then I sat in on a meeting. And we chilled, and they offered me something to eat, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll bring it over into your studio. You right up the hallway from us now." And then all of the girls gave me their cards and shit like that, and I was like, "Damn, this is it's different when they talking about cooking for you and all of this stuff, man. Look, I ain't trying to be hanging around you niggas." Somebody said in the chat, "Oh, you scared of a pack of dogs?" Don't you know that the most vicious people inside of Africa is a pack of wild dogs? Man, y'all niggas can go and fight with each other. That's why y'all got so much bad pent up energy, is because you niggas is around each other so much. You got a bunch of hard legs trying to compete with each other. Man, I'm 41 years old. I don't feel like I gotta compete with you niggas. 9 times out of 10, any room I go into, I'm top dog anyway. 9 times out of 10, any room I go into, I'm gonna be top dog. I don't feel like I gotta compete. Real talk. And all of them was black women, and they all got good energy. And one of them was the head. She was an older woman. She drive the new Benz truck, and she actually run the company. And she invited me to the Detroit Athletic Club. For those of y'all that's in Detroit, you know what the Detroit Athletic Club is, because she was going to an event, and I was like, "No, I got to go take care of some business." "Oh, okay." She had a pixie cut. "Oh, okay. Well, listen, maybe we can link up sometime. I got some people that I want to introduce you to." I said, "Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I want to be around a bunch of women."
And even offer it.
This friends group was started by 38-year-old Quincy Winston. After leaving the military in 2015, Winston moved to Arizona with his wife LaToya and started working as an IT specialist. But for years, he says he struggled to make friends here. Were you feeling lonely and disconnected?
Definitely, especially when it came to having male friends. I didn't have any, and that lack of connection put me in a place where I didn't know exactly what to do about it.
So, in March of 2022, Winston turned to the social media platform Meetup and decided to invite other men to a local restaurant.
I think we went to a restaurant called Papa Do's, and I didn't know who would show up or if anybody would show up.
Sounds nerve-wracking.
And
I'm all for it. Listen, I used Meetup too before. I actually did Meetup. I used Meetup when the recession first hit. And I used it because I was trying to figure that shit out. And this was right before we moved over to Miami for a few months, because it was closed up in Michigan. And I used it, and I actually went and linked up with a bunch of people that I went hiking for the first time. It's so funny. Hold on. Let me see if I can pick up that video. Yep, that was how I met a bunch of people hiking. Come on, YouTube. I probably got to go to my channel and figure that shit out.
it was awkward, but once the guys came in and hearing some of their explanations and what they were looking for, I found out we had a lot more in common than I thought.
7 men showed up for that first event,
Are you guys warm?
which Winston says only happened because of his wife. You encouraged him to form this group.
Yeah, I wanted him to have a social life, like outside of just us doing things together all the time, which was great, but I still felt like he needed to have guy time and guy friends.
Yeah, she made it very evident.
My wife feel like I need to have whoever it is that I need to make me create and feel better. So I decide to have a bunch of female,
That I need to go make some
and that's what I got.
friends.
Go disappear for a
Go
little
disappear. Now you have some friends. Yes, come back, but go. Yeah, chicken needs a little bit more time. I'm just grabbing the hot dogs right now.
bit. The men still meet up about once a week
we'll
for
take these
activities
in the,
like this
the
backyard
house and
barbecue.
let you guys divvy 'em up.
Winston's meetup group now has nearly 130 members. It
Well,
speaks to the need for connection that your group is that big. I mean, is
I
that
feel it,
how you
but
see it?
Yeah, it does. And, with all the technology that we have to keep us more connected to where we can communicate instantly with anyone, anywhere. But if you notice, we don't talk as much. We text more. A lot gets lost in translation because we just don't have that physical connection.
I'm the newest member of the group, but I'm also one of the oldest members of the group.
Connection is what 61-year-old Robert Montgomery was looking for. What motivated you to join this group?
My whole thing
these niggas need to go to church then or something.